in the middle of the busy, bustling city of Shanghai, China is this. Welcome to Jing'an Temple. 今天我会去静安寺。Welcome to Jing'an Temple. The first thing I'm going to say is this is a highly important religious place here in China. And I've been here for 1 minute and I've already witnessed some foreigners being disrespectful. Don't do that. But this is an absolutely amazing place. As you can see, there's a lot of people here throwing coins. We'll talk about that in a second, but this place is unbelievable. And I love the fact that it's right in the middle of downtown Shanghai, like just surrounded by tall buildings. And then you have this preserved little square. Just the detail of this place is absolutely unreal. So if you're lucky, you might see some monks, because a lot of monks live here. And it's just unbelievable. I remember coming here one time very early in the morning, because it opens at like 7 a.m. Like sometimes in summertime, I think it opens as early as like 4 a.m. So I came here like super early, and I was literally the only one here. Like there was a few people around, but it's unreal. By the way, quick Chinese lesson. This is Chuko. This means exit, Chuko. But the detail of this place is just amazing. Like there's so many small places you can get lost, so many corridors to see. It's amazing. I've spotted the first monk. There's a monk down there. There he is. And one of the times I came here, I've been here a few times. One of the times I came here, they were doing like some ceremony. So all the monks were like singing and stuff. It was really cool. But I don't think you need to be religious to appreciate stuff like this, because it's just the detail and the gold and just the scenery is unbelievable. This is a great place to take pictures, but a lot of people come here to pray. And I once heard a story about an old Chinese guy, and I heard that he came here every day for like 50 years or something. I don't know if that's exaggerating it a little bit, but he came here every single day for a long time just to pray. So there's a few things that people come here to do. One of them is throw coins into the, I'm not sure what you'd call it, like a big pot. So there's a machine here that's going to give you change. So I think they're throwing 1 yuan coins, the tiny ones. And then of course there's different levels, so people try to throw it in. And then people also burn the incense sticks. So over here you can buy some incense, light it in the fire. There's a fire pit here and here, and then they face each 4 sides, and then they bow to each side. And you see what I mean about literally inside the bustling city. It's not here anymore, but last time I was here, this was an IKEA. There's a McDonald's over there on that corner, and this thing has been here since like 200 AD. It's unreal. So it was burnt down like 100 years ago, so it was rebuilt, and then it opened to the public in like 1900. So people have been visiting here for a long time, and it's just unreal that they preserve this stuff right in the middle of the busyness. So many skyscrapers, a lot of offices, and McDonald's. So there's a footbridge over there that's really famous. People go there at night because Jing'an Temple at nighttime it's all lit up gold. So people go over there and take some amazing pictures. You can just see the detail, like there's so much gold on the roof. There's dragons and fish and lions. It's so cool. So religious festivals, this place will be absolutely packed. Today it's a Thursday morning at 11:24. There's a few people here, but not too many. It's not too bad, but so the ticket costs 50 yuan, which is like $7 US, so it's definitely worth coming here. You can't spend a whole day here, just a few hours. It's such a peaceful place, and it makes it even more peaceful when you know if you step outside, the streets are so busy, million people everywhere. So I do have some facts to tell you. So there was a temple first built here in the year 220, so almost 2,000 years, crazy. So it moved to the present location in 1908, and the first tramcar in Shanghai was built because of Jing'an Temple. There are 3 main halls here, and inside all of them have huge golden Buddhas. Of course, I don't want to get too close because there's literally people praying in there, and I've just seen like I'm going to call them an influencer family, because they're walking around, they're getting all like the good shots and like praying and stuff. It's so cringy, but yeah, don't be like those people, of course, foreigners. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's like golden fish up there. There's elephants, dragons, just unbelievable. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure like you can buy like a season ticket, like an annual pass, so you can come here every day if you want to, because people do, like people come here every single day to pray, because of course it's important to them. And like I said, come here, enjoy it, like they want you to come and see it, but be respectful, you know, like it's no different to any other religious place in the world, but this is very important for a lot of people. And yeah, like I said about the old guy, he came here every single day, pretty much his whole life, because it was important to him. And there's a lot of monks walking around, so that's an interesting thing to see. But yeah, they work here, they live here, and they do have ceremonies and stuff here, so you might be lucky and see one. But it's a really cool place. Definitely come here for a few hours, definitely worth the money, and you know, take your pictures, but be respectful. Let's go and check out the coin throwers. I don't have any money, so I'm not sure we'll be able to do it, but there's a lot of people that come here just to throw the coins in. But you got to be careful though, because sometimes people throw it from the other side, it goes all the way over, and then it sometimes hits people this side because they're not aware of it, so be aware. Just got hit by a flying coin and I'm getting smoked out. Let's check out the incense. So there's 2 fire pits here, so people get the incense over there. Let's check it out. Ooh, strong smoke. Coins flying about everywhere. So just over here, 10 yuan can get you a bundle of the incense sticks, and then you take them over there to the fire pit, light them, and then you can do whatever you need to do. Like I said, people face each way, bow to each side of the temple, and then they put their sticks inside, let it burn out. These statues are so impressive, absolutely huge. So it says that they weigh a few ton, so they're very heavy. If you look up like things to do in Shanghai on the internet, this is probably going to be top 5. Like it's very popular for tourists and of course locals too. And I'll show you an interesting thing over here. So this archway. So I remember I took a picture here like the first time I came here, and it was my profile picture on Facebook for like years, for like 2 or 3 years. It was right here, it was right there. I was lying like this in the archway, and then my friend took a picture there, and this was my profile picture for like 3 years at Jing'an Temple. The monks are doing a ceremony in here. I can hear them singing. It's really cool. So I'm not going to film them, I don't want to be disrespectful, but a lot of people are going in there and praying while they're singing. It's really cool. And they're like encouraging people, they're like, go and pray. So they definitely want people to go and do that. But yeah, like I said, a few times I came here super early in the morning, which I highly recommend because there'll be not many people here. And you can take your pictures with no people around, but there's so many places you can walk around here. So many secret hidden corridors and cool places to take pictures, but hopefully you can see that, just the detail and the levels, like it goes so far up. And like I said, a lot of monks live here. Like this is their place of work and where they live, and they do ceremonies, and yeah, this is their life. And as you can see, a lot of people over there throwing coins and doing the incense, but not many people over the back here. It's so peaceful, so peaceful. This is definitely a must-do when you visit Shanghai, 100%. So I just asked permission because I'm not sure that I'm allowed to take pictures in here, but she said yes. There is nobody here. Look at this. This is unreal. Absolutely stunning. That is so cool. Like I said, a lot of these places you're not allowed to take pictures, but she said it's okay. I'm guessing this is a special room they use for events, not sure, but it's unreal, amazing. Like I said, you don't really need to be religious to appreciate stuff like this, because if something is beautiful, then it's beautiful. Not too sure what this is, can't work it out. I'm not sure if it's donations or something, because I think this is yuan, but I'm not too sure. Let's take a look down here. I think we can go upstairs. Let's see. Another place I have a cool picture is over here. I have a picture on these stairs right here, looking that way, because you can see so many of the layers up there. I don't think we're allowed up there, I think that's just for the monks. But yeah, so many cool photo opportunities over here. And again, not too many people over here, because the people are in the front throwing the coins, doing the incense. You can just see the detail. No idea how someone does something like that. No idea how long it takes. No idea if it's one big piece. Amazing. You can just see like it's like marble or something. It's like carved out. Just the colors and the detail. It's amazing. As you can see, there are a lot of stairs everywhere. So a quick word on accessibility. There are elevators here. So if you go right in the back, there's elevators to each floor. Still a lot of people throwing the coins. So many people throw it all the way through the gap, and then it falls out the other side. So be careful. Someone just gave me a 1 yuan. Here we go. This is my one shot. My one chance. Let me go this side. Here we go. Here we go. Miss. Redemption, redemption. One shot. Here we go. Yes, let's go, baby. And here comes the rain. I'm just sitting here watching people throw the coins, and I've noticed there's like 2 or 3 older people running around like picking up the coins that people throw. I don't know if they're like working for Jing'an Temple and they're like recycle the coins, like put them back in, or they're taking them. I don't know. But yeah, if you throw the coin over and you miss, you got to be quick and pick it up, because someone else will pick it up. And there's a lot of people still coming in. Time is currently 12:04. So this place is open until like 9 p.m. So it's open super late. And like I said, at night they turn the lights on, so it looks beautiful. If you ever have the opportunity to travel, just do it. Like, experience another country's culture, even for like a short time. It's such a good experience. Like, it's unbelievable. And now is the best time, the easiest time in human history to travel, go and see the world. There's so many countries out there that just live differently, and they speak a different language, different food, different culture, different people, different behavior, like different everything. Like, there's no place like this in my country. There's no place like this in a country near my country, you know. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm so lucky that I can come to places like this that are so different from my own country, you know. And like, I appreciate it so much. Like, just sitting here watching people. Like, some people live down the street and some people live, you know, 10,000 miles away, but everyone's here at this time in their life just enjoying the same thing, and it's unbelievable. So if you have not been watching the previous videos, this is my 3rd day in Shanghai, and I used to live here. I lived here for 2 years. I was a primary school teacher. It was one of the best experiences like ever, you know. And like I just said, I'm so lucky, and when I'm 80 years old, I'm definitely going to tell my grandkids that I lived in Shanghai, China, and I have so many stories to tell, and it's just amazing. I'm very lucky that I've been to over 60 countries, but if you want to be outside of your comfort zone, come to China. Like, come to China, especially if you're European, because like I said, there's nowhere like China in the world, let alone Europe, you know. Like, no country is like this, no city is like Shanghai. It's one of my favorite cities in the whole world, and I'm just so lucky that I can visit. and the rain's starting to come down now. I think we're gonna head out because we have other things to see today, but just travel if you can. You know, even if you're not sure if you're gonna like a place or not, even if you've heard a few things about it that you're not sure about, you know, just go and see it. Go and see it for yourself. And you know, life is all about experiences. We're supposed to be, human beings are supposed to be outside of our comfort zone, and you know, that's how we grow. And you cannot get any more far out of your comfort zone than being in China, you know. And just amazing, just amazing. 下雨了，现在下雨了。我忘记了我的雨伞。Oh no. One last look at Jing'an Temple. Let's head for the exit. Beautiful place. Let me show you how to get here. Jing'an 寺再见. So you can pay with cash. Just tell them you want to pay with cash and they'll let you in. Or if you have Alipay or WeChat, just come scan the QR code and then you can buy a ticket. So Jing'an Temple does have its own metro station. Go to exit 2. Very important, exit 2. So I'm going to jump on the Shanghai Metro right now, the best metro system in the whole world. So Jing'an Temple, line 2, 7 and 14. So you must know, every single time you enter a metro station, you have to put your bag through the X-ray. Everybody has to, no exceptions. So the Shanghai Metro is extremely safe. Let's go through. And this is how I enter the metro with no money. I just go to Alipay, I press transport, and this is my ticket. Got to transfer at East Nanjing Road, changing to line 10. So this is where the Bund is. So check out yesterday's video. Many great things about the Shanghai Metro. Another thing is, you have cell phone service down there. The London Underground, you don't. And the New York Subway, I'm not sure if you do. You probably don't, but here you do. So everybody's on their phone. Following the signs for line 10. And don't worry if you visit Shanghai, every single thing is in English. The ticket machine's in English to buy a ticket, all the stations, all the announcements, everything's in English, don't worry. Look how clean and tidy these stations are. The New York Subway does not look like this, the London Underground does not look like this. Wow. We are just going a few stops on line 10. So I went 3 stops on line 2, then I'm going 3 stops on line 10, and it's going to cost me 3 yuan, which is equivalent to like 40 US cents. It's unbelievable. If you do that on the London Underground, it's going to cost you like, I think £2.80 is every trip on the London Underground. It's unbelievable. Another cool thing about the Shanghai Metro is it has a countdown. So it tells you when the next one's coming, tells you when the next one's coming, and of course all the stations are in English and Chinese. Just make sure you go to the right side, because of course that's going that way and we're going to go that way. So make sure you go to the right side, but it's really, really easy to use. It's so simple. So you can see it shows you every station we're going to stop at and which lines you can change to. So for example, if you want to change to line 8, then you know to get off here. Very, very simple. But we took line 2 to East Nanjing Road, and then we're going at Xintiandi. So to get out of the station, just open Alipay again, press transport, there's my Metro card. And I've paid my 3 yuan. So shopping malls in China is a very, very interesting topic because, one, they're all absolutely massive, they're huge, and you might find some surprises in there, because where I used to live, there was a huge shopping mall there, and there was like a big open space in the middle, and like every few months they would change it out. So like one day there was like a kids hockey tournament going on, the next day put a swimming pool in there, next day it was like ping pong. So there's always something interesting inside Chinese shopping malls. And the reason I've come to Xintiandi is because on my last video, I showed a McDonald's and I showed Gucci, and then someone wrote a comment and said, I'm surprised that McDonald's is in China. I'm surprised that China has Gucci. I was like, what? What do you think China is? Like, do you think it's on another planet or something? So I was very surprised that people didn't expect to see brand stuff that they have in Western countries in China. Like, I don't know why people wouldn't think that, but yeah. So Xintiandi, this is like the main shopping area in Shanghai. Like, it's very, very, has the high-end stores, and yeah, I guess let me surprise you with some of the brands that you know that you don't expect to see in China, but of course they have them in China. You know, we're on the same planet. And the first one, of course, is Adidas. Adidas. It's not Adidas, okay? It's Adidas. So here you go. This is how you say Xintiandi. Xintiandi. 现在下大雨了. I don't have an umbrella, but that's okay. We're gonna see Xintiandi. So this area, a lot of rich people live here. So a lot of rich foreigners live here. And like I said, it has a lot of high-end stuff. But also, I'm not sure of the exact location, but down here is where they signed the, I'm gonna say, the independence, or like when China become like the People's Republic of China, like it happened right here. And this area is really cool. Like, these are called shukumen. I think I'm saying that right, shukumen. They're like tiny, tiny houses that people used to live in. Of course, they don't live there right now, but yeah, this area is really, really historic. There's so many people shielding from the rain, but it's not gonna put us off. So yeah, I think these are, I'm not sure if these right here, but they used to be tiny, tiny houses that people used to live in. Poor people back in the day, but yeah, now this is a pretty well-off area. And a lot of rich people like to come here for dinner. I think there's a Shake Shack here. Yeah, there it is. Shake Shack's there. I've never ever seen the fascination with Shake Shack. I think it's overrated, overpriced, but yeah, definitely come here in the evening. If you come here in the evening, it looks really cool. This is a really, really nice area. But yeah, you have all your brands here. And I never ever intended to like make this kind of video because I don't know why people wouldn't expect to see certain stores and certain restaurants in China. You know, someone was like, oh my gosh, there's a KFC in China. It's like, yeah, of course there is. Like, why wouldn't there be? But yeah, there's a lot of Chinese brands that they have here. Of course, they don't have outside of China, but there's a lot of, I guess, Western brands that people don't expect to see in China. But yeah, if there's a brand store, then it's going to be in Xintiandi. This is another place that if you want to see foreigners, then come here, because a lot of foreigners live in this area. A lot of foreigners like to hang out in this area. But I mean, how many preppy coffee shops do you need? But one coffee shop that's absolutely everywhere is Starbucks. Starbucks is everywhere in Shanghai. There's like a million of them. Xingbake is how you say it in Chinese, Xingbake. But I'm just gonna show you something just around this corner. Something very interesting, not many people know about. So here's the ultimate quiz question for you. Which country in the world has the most coffee shops? A lot of people guess maybe Rome. A lot of people guess New York City. No. The city in the world with the most coffee shops is Shanghai, China. Did you know that? There you go, it's a fact. This is a whole tour of foreigners. They come to see Xintiandi, but let me tell you something about this building here. So this tall building here, I forget what floor it is, but up there somewhere, is the headquarters for Disney in China. And I've been inside that office. If I can find the picture, I'll put it on the screen here, because I used to work for Disney in Shanghai. Never said that before in a video, but yeah, I did. And the offices are there in Xintiandi. So there's a lot of police and security in this area. And like I said, this is the place that they signed. I'm going to call it the independence. Maybe that's the wrong word to use, but this is where China become the People's Republic of China. So it's a really nice area. It looks very original. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these used to be tiny houses called shukumen. I'm sure someone will correct me if it's called the independence or not. But yeah, let's take a look at some other stuff here in Xintiandi. So right there is a Lululemon. There's a huge Apple store here as well, Xintiandi. But yeah, I don't know why people are so surprised to see brand names in China. I don't know why, but there's UGG store there. Get your UGG boots. And yeah, this area is very good for shopping. A very expensive place, but this is where the rich people are. There's a DJI store, so of course this is a Chinese brand, and my camera that I'm using right now is a DJI Action 3, and it's a Chinese brand. I'm always interested in places like this because the minimum wage in China is so low. Like one pair of shoes can literally be like a month's salary for a lot of people. So this is obviously not a place that everybody can shop at, just like so many places in New York and London. But so I know that I've said a lot of long Chinese words today, so don't worry. Everywhere I went today, I'll put it in the description so you can come here too. But Xintiandi, the translation is roughly new day earth or new day place. Really, really interesting area. There's somewhere else I want to show you with another long name, Tianzifang. But it's about 1 mile away, so let's try and hitch a ride. And this is going to be my ride. So I just open Alipay, I scan the QR code, I press unlock, confirm, unlock. The bike just said hello to me, and now this is my bike. Let's go. And now we are riding. And now that great thing about living in China is convenience. I can just scan a shared bike, pick it up. This is going to cost me 1.5 yuan, which is like 20 US cents. It's unbelievable. Just go to 1 mile down the road. These bikes are absolutely everywhere. Everybody can use them, and they get taken care of. If you put these bikes, I mean, I know London has them, but one, they're extremely expensive, but they get stolen all the time. People vandalize them, but people need to use them, so people take care of them. A few pieces of advice when using the shared bikes. Number one, before you choose one, check the brakes, check the seat, everything, because there's some pretty crappy ones. Number two, pay attention. Don't talk to your camera while you're riding a bike, because cars don't care about you, the motorbikes don't care about you. Be careful because it's so dangerous. But such a beautiful area, Xintiandi. And by the way, you can only use these if you have Alipay or WeChat. You can't pay cash anywhere or anything like that. So yeah, download the apps and connect your bank and everything like that. Just scan a bike and it's all yours. So these e-bikes, they're not going to follow the rules, they're not going to follow the lights. So he's just going to go wherever he wants to, but absolutely be careful. Wait for the light to turn. Don't go if it's a red light. But yeah, be very, very, very careful. I'll give you the perfect example. There is absolutely no reason for this lady to be walking in the street, but that's what people do. So you got to be very, very, very careful. But the rain has stopped, so it's turned into a beautiful day. So of course, I still have plenty of friends here in Shanghai. And I was talking to one of them recently, and they just asked me, like, what is it like being back in Shanghai? And I was like, living in Shanghai just always seemed like a big, huge like video game to me, you know? Like, it was so much fun, and every day was an adventure. Every day something new happened, and you know, it's such a different world to the UK, to England, like where I live. It's so different. Like, everything is different. I can't think of many similarities between it. So yeah, it just seemed like one big game to me, and I definitely enjoyed it. I tried to get the most out of it, and it's an incredible country. Like, it's an incredible, I can't even tell you how much I like it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Plenty of negatives. I left for my own reasons, and nowhere is perfect, you know? Like, I love London, but there's many negatives about London, so just because I like Shanghai doesn't mean it's absolutely perfect. Nowhere is perfect, but you know, you gotta enjoy it and appreciate the good stuff. And convenience is definitely one of them. Like, it's so convenient living in China. They make life so easy for you, and everything you pay with your phone, like getting a bike with your phone, and I use the metro with my phone, and I pay for the stuff in the restaurant, the supermarket, everything's on my phone, and I don't have any Chinese money with me. You don't need it. And life is just so convenient here, and China is so far ahead of many, many, many things from the UK and the US. Like, the UK and the US are so far behind in so many ways that they have no idea. And just go on YouTube now, type in China vlog, you'll see so many foreigners visit China because of the visa-free policy, and they all say, wow, I didn't expect this. Wow, why don't we have this in my country? Wow, this, wow, that, you know, like, people are so surprised when they visit here, you know, because a lot of people have an opinion about China, but if you've never been here, like, your opinion is not really relevant, because, you know, I heard this, or I heard that, or the news said this, you know. It's kind of boring, but, you know, China's pretty fun. So there's so many streets like this with like the trees overhanging the road, and it's so cool. Like, there's another area of Shanghai that's exactly like this. I'm gonna go there tomorrow so I can show you that in a future video, but it's incredible. Like, it's so cool. And this is really unique to Shanghai because, of course, there's not many areas that look like this, but every man for himself. Like, on the roads of Shanghai, every man for himself. Like, this lady is literally just crossed the street right in front of me. Like, she doesn't care about me, I don't care about her. Life goes on. But yeah, every man for himself. The rules don't apply to a lot of people. People do whatever they want, but yeah, just be careful. Don't talk to your camera. Now I can just ride on the pavement. I can find a designated bike area, and I'll show you how to lock it up. So I know that I'm in a designated area. I open the app. So I cycled for 15 minutes and it's cost me 1.5 yuan. I just press lock. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, you couldn't hear it, but it says yes, yeah. So now it's locked up, and I paid my 20 cents. So of course it needs to be in a designated area because the app won't let you lock it if it knows that you're not in an area that you can drop bikes off. But that's one of the newer bikes, and the older bikes, it used to have like a manual lock on it. So you literally like lock the wheel, and that's how you lock it up. But as you can see, these bikes are absolutely everywhere. Every single street have so many of these bikes, and it's so convenient. Like, I used to go out with my colleagues so many times where like we go to a bar downtown or something, and then instead of like, I mean, taxis are cheap anyway, but if I was only going like a few miles home, just grab a bike. Like, so we'd literally be cycling through the streets of Shanghai at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it was so much fun. All right, so this is our next destination. So another long word, this is called Tianzifang. Tianzifang. So this place is very hit and miss because, like I said, one sec, sorry about that. So I lived in Shanghai for 2 years, and the first year I lived here, Tianzifang was one of the most bustling areas. Like there were so many tourists here, so many local people here. But the second year, it was empty because there was no tourists in China because of the big C word. But I don't know if it's still bustling because there's a lot of tourists in China right now. Like I'm seeing so many more foreigners now than I did when I lived here. So hopefully this area is bustling because it's really cool. So there's so many places to get a drink, a lot of bars on the street. Me and my friend Luke had a few drinks at this bar before, but there's a lot of souvenir stores here. A lot of people speak English here. And it's a really cool area. So you'll see a lot of foreigners here. Great place to get souvenirs, really kind people here. But in the evenings, this place used to be very, very, very busy. So I hope that it is, because the people here are really nice and it's a cool area. So check out some of the food here. But it's just tiny, tiny little alleyways of so many stores. I'm guessing back in the day, people lived here. I assume so. Maybe a few hundred years ago. Maybe it's always been a market. I'm not sure. But yeah, Tianzifang. This is definitely on one of those lists of top 10 things to do for tourists in China. This is definitely going to be on the list. But yeah, definitely visit. Get some snacks or something. Get a drink. Get some souvenirs because it's really cool. Cat cafe. It's really cool. The rain picked up a lot while I was riding the bike. But so just so many alleyways just full of like cool stuff. Like all this delicious food. Squid on a stick. Beef on a stick. We have dumplings. So much cool stuff. And it's very, very reasonably priced. Like you don't get ripped off like you do in some of the tourist areas in Western countries. Very reasonably priced. So the time right now is 1:50, and like I said, the evening is the time to come here. The evening time, hopefully there'll be a lot of people here. A lot of foreigners, a lot of tourists shopping. But it's cool just to come and walk around. Beautiful Chinese dresses. And if you're wondering, ooh, dark alleyways, it must be dangerous. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Chinese streets are not dangerous at all. I think this would be a cool gift. Kuaizi. Chopsticks. My chopstick skills are not good. I'm pretty ashamed to say that when I lived here, I always carried a fork in my bags. So if I went to a Chinese restaurant, I'd whip the fork out. Yeah, I'm ashamed about that. Because I can't use chopsticks. Look at that, Minion ice cream. Wow, popping candy. I forget the name of these ones, but they're tiny little balls of something, I guess in just sugar, but they make you breathe fire like a dragon. So, Tianzifang entrance is just there, and the closest metro station is there. Let me show you. It is another long word, of course it is. This metro station is called Daputiao. So this is the closest metro station. Tianzifang is just there, so come here if you want to walk the alleyway. I'm gonna jump on the metro here at Daputiao because we have somewhere else to see this nearby. I was gonna get some food at Tianzifang, but just seeing the squid on a stick just took my appetite away, so let's jump on the metro. 4 stops. So before we board the metro, let me show you the machines over here. So this is the whole of Shanghai. You can get absolutely anywhere, but of course it has English. So I can just press English, and then if I know where I want to go, I can just select the place on the map. So if I want to go to Xujiahui, it's going to cost me 3 yuan. It's absolute great value. Of course, you can use cash, coins or notes. Let's go on the metro. So if anybody really wants to see McDonald's, then there it is. Let me show you the Mandarin. So there is McDonald's in English, and then the other side, Mai Dong Lao, McDonald's. So we have arrived at Xujiahui, and something interesting. So here is Xujiahui, and I used to live here in Qibao, so just a few stops away from Xujiahui. We're going to go there in a few days, to look out for that video because it's an amazing area, really interesting. So I mentioned, make sure you go to the right exit because Xujiahui station has 20 exits. So for example, if you get off at exit 18 but you want to get to exit 2, sometimes it's like 1 mile away, so make sure you go to the right exit because it makes a huge difference. It's pretty simple, you just follow the signs. We're going to go to exit 3. Once again, I don't see any trash, I don't see any rats, I don't see any homeless people. Pretty nice, huh? Very different from other metro stations around the world. So Xujiahui station is line 1, 9 and 11. I used to come to this station because at the end of line 11 is Shanghai Disneyland. And just look at this station. It's absolutely amazing. It's massive, it's so clean. Everybody's just changing stations. It's a very, very busy station, Xujiahui. But the London Underground is not like this. The New York subway is not like this. Like, it's incredible. Look at this. And this is cheaper than the other metro stations around the world. This is what it should be like, huh? Welcome to Xujiahui. So this is another like shopping district, but there's a few interesting things that I want to show you here. This is a really, really cool area. I used to come here to do karaoke, KTV, but this area is really cool. And the first thing I want to show you is Xujiahui Cathedral. It's beautiful. I feel like this is another thing that people will be surprised to see in China, a church. Can you believe it? Yes, people can be religious here. They can do whatever they want. So they do have services here in English and Mandarin, I'm pretty sure. And it's open. I've never been inside here before. I've seen it many times, but it looks like we can go inside. So let's go. If you watch a lot of my travel videos, you know I have a love-hate relationship about churches, because if you travel around Europe, you're going to see a billion of them. But if you're interested in seeing a Chinese church, then let's see. The stained glass is beautiful. Look at those colors. Wow. There you go. Hopefully you can see the colors on the glass there. Beautiful. Wow. This is huge. Wow. It looks like there's a one-way street going around here, and they've blocked off the middle so nobody can go there. So let's keep going around. The glass is so cool. Hopefully you can see that on the camera, but so many colors. Anybody want wine? No, joking, it's a fan. Looks like wine glasses. There's the organ. I love seeing the organ in churches. It's amazing that every single church in the world looks different. That was really cool. I have no idea why I've never been in there before. I've been here a few times, but it was never open. But now we can go inside that building there. So this building here right next to the cathedral is a library. It's called Xujiahui Library, and it's beautiful inside. There's so many students studying. There's a university nearby, so this is their library. The thought of being a student and studying for a test, it makes me cringe. I'm so glad I'm not a student anymore. But there's a really cool like rooftop here, balcony, and people come here to take pictures of the cathedral. It's a really, really cool spot. And if you're interested to see the Chinese characters, these are what the books look like. Pretty cool, huh? It's cool that people actually understand this. Incredible. Languages are so incredible. Like, some people look at that and just see squiggly lines, but other people look at it and can understand it. So of course there's a coffee shop here, but it's so quiet in here. A lot of people studying. There's a cafe, get some snacks. So that was the Xujiahui Cathedral and Library. Anybody's welcome to walk in there. They encourage people to go in there, take some pictures, but be respectful. We have one more thing to show you in Xujiahui. So I understand I've probably said Xujiahui like 10 times. This is what Xujiahui looks like. There you go. Xujiahui. Xujiahui. There's the Chinese characters. Xujiahui. That's one of those words. It took me the longest time to be able to say Xujiahui correctly. See, earlier I was talking about the older bikes. So these are the old ones. You literally lock it manually yourself. So this is the busy district of Xujiahui. And that intersection there, it's huge, so it's so dangerous. But something interesting about this ball here, so at night time they would light this up like a pokeball. So that's pretty interesting. Obviously you can't see it right now, but yeah, this area is really cool. If you want to do some shopping, of course not as expensive as Xintiandi, but a lot of shopping places around here. And I mentioned in a previous video that the most popular fast food restaurant in China is not McDonald's, it's KFC. And I see a KFC over there, so I think we're gonna try it just to show you a Chinese KFC. So we're gonna go over the ridge and then over there to the Pokeball Metro Center. Look at this escalator outside. I think they turned it off because of the rain. But I'm sure there's people watching saying, you're crazy, you're in China and you're eating KFC. I agree with you, okay? It's craziness that people eat Western food in China. But tonight I'm meeting my colleagues that I used to work with and we're gonna get Chinese food. So I don't want Chinese food twice in one day. So let's go and get KFC. And the traffic at Xujiahui is no joke. It's like this all day long. It's so dangerous. And I remember riding my scooter, because I used to have an electric scooter. And I remember riding through Xujiahui so many times. And it's dangerous. I wanna be the very best. There's also a Pizza Hut right there, but we're gonna get KFC. Once again, an extremely impressive shopping mall here. They're just incredible everywhere in China. So I just washed my hands in the public bathrooms, and two things you must know is, yes, you will find squat toilets in there. Usually there's a sign on the door if it's a squat toilet or a regular toilet. Number two, always carry around toilet paper with you, because the public toilets won't have it. And let's go to KFC. So just the same as before, I use Alipay, scan the QR code, and this is how I order. There you go, I've paid 19 yuan 90, which is less than $3 US. If you're interested, here's the menu. That chocolate ice cream looks so good, but you can buy a whole chicken, and they have beer as well. Beer at KFC. Look at that thing, it's just 2 pieces of chicken and inside is pineapple and bacon. Who thought of that one? KFC. So this video is going to end here in Xujiahui in the rain. I really hope that you're finding these China videos interesting. I'm really trying to show you the real China and being as honest as possible. It's a fascinating place. I love living here and I'm so happy to be back. There's so much to see here. There's so much to do. There's so much history. It's a very interesting place. But thank you so much for watching. I have a few more days. There's so much fun still to be had in Shanghai. So hit the subscribe if you want to see more of China and beyond, because I'm going to be traveling for the next few months, filming a video every single day. So hopefully that you want to follow me on my adventures and you want to see more. Hit the like just to tell me that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, channel members. There's going to be some unreleased videos for you channel members only, so look out for that. If you want to become a channel member, then click the join button below this video. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it so much, just so I can travel around the world, do fun things like this, and it means a lot to me that you appreciate my videos and you enjoy my videos. Hopefully you learn something new every single time you watch one of my videos too, but I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm not trying to change the world. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.